what has this offseason been like for you? And when you got the franchise tag, was it your intention to get a long-term deal to stay with the Giants? And what happened with that?
I think it's always a player's interest to get a long-term deal. But, that's something that worked itself out between my agents and the organization. And I'm just happy to be here and, play with this team again and, play with the guys and learn the guys that I've been with last year and got to know them a little bit more and play with them again this year. And, I've just been training hard and was just ready for anything to happen. So I was just trying to stay ready so I don't have to get ready.
Was it disappointing to not get that deal and be playing on another, make good kind of contract here?
I wouldn't say it's disappointing. I kind of knew the situation that I was coming off of last year, and I think it's actually a good opportunity for myself, and I'm looking at it as an opportunity. I'm not looking at it as something that's bad. I'm looking at it as an opportunity.
Hey, what's up, Leonard? Obviously the trade got a lot of criticism from, outsiders, and the franchise tag's kind of gotten some criticism. Do you feel like you have anything to prove this season?
I wouldn't say I have something to prove necessarily. I think the coaches know, that my teammates know what I bring to the table, or I wouldn't be here. I definitely still feel like I'm playing with a chip on my shoulder. At the same time, though, I'm ready to just go out here and play the best that I can. And it starts today. It starts one day at a time. And I'm not looking towards the future or next off season or what's going to happen a year from now. I'm just trying to get better right now and see what I can do for my team.
You've obviously been in the league for a few years. Do you think there's, another level that you can reach?
Definitely. I'm definitely still a young player in this league. I feel like I still have a lot in the tank, and I still feel like I have a lot of years left in me to play in this league. And, I think I just need to just keep going and taking it day by day, like I said.
Thanks.
Dunleavy.
Leonard, Eli Manning retired, Zach Diossi retired, Bilal Powell's not here anymore. Leonard Williams is the New York football player who has been in New York the longest. Obviously you changed teams, but you're the guy who's been here the longest New York NFL player. What do you like about playing here? And people are hard about this city, like with us, with the fans, everything is scrutinized. Do you like it, or do you almost wonder sometimes what it would be like somewhere else?
No, I love it. I mean, it's a great media market. I mean, it's crazy to think, first of all, that I'm been here the longest. I'm only 26 years old. Like, that makes me feel really old that I'm been here the longest in New York. But yeah, it's a great media. It's a great city. Great teams in this area historically and stuff like that. And it's great to be in a city like this, and you can take advantage of it if you can.
And then quick follow-up, you're on that non-football injury list. Do you know how it happened, what happened, and when you expect to be back?
We can't really talk about injuries. If somebody wants to get more information on that, you might have to bring it up with Coach Judge or, someone else on the team. But, I'm definitely making strides on it and doing the best that I can to get out there with my teammates.
Hey, two-parter for you. One, your first impressions of Sean Spencer, the D-line coach. What's it been like kind of working with him and getting on the field with him? And two, with this being kind of such a big prove-it year for you, is there something about this scheme and this system that makes you think this could be a breakout season for you?
Yeah, I mean, I love the scheme. I feel like our DC's Pat Graham is, I feel like he's a genius when it comes to, X to the nose and stuff like that. And I also love working with Coach Spencer so far. I like his energy and the way he coaches his guys. He's real hands-on. He has that loud, deep voice as a D-line coach, and kind of something that I like. So I like it.
Just curious, saw this offseason that you and Richard Seymour had gotten together and did some training. I'm not sure if it went beyond that initial meeting, but I'm just curious how that came about. What did you look to learn from him? What kind of parts of your game did you guys kind of focus on?
Yeah, Richard Seymour is a good guy. He basically worked with my agent back in the day, Eugene Parker, and I'm kind of working with his son now. And they kind of linked us together. And I went to Atlanta and met up with him. And, he brought me into his home, showed me, we watched film together. We just, just talked man to man about, football and life and stuff like that. And I feel like he's just a a mentor to me at this point, and we've been able to keep in touch throughout the off season and up to this point.
With the film you watched together, did you watch him? Did you watch you, or both? And what of his game can you bring to yours?
Yeah, not just mine or just him, just film in general, D-line film and stuff like that. A little bit of both of mine and his. And, he's a really big, tall dude that uses power and stuff like that. And I feel like he was just trying to teach me some of the things that he did. And we worked out and stuff like that together so he could see my body type and how I move and my strengths and stuff like that. And, he was kind of just giving me feedback and advice on, stuff like that.
Thanks.
We're going to take 3 more. Patty, Charles, and then Rock. Patty, you can start.
Thank you. Hey, Leonard, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. Leonard, we all want instant gratification these days, no matter what profession we're in. How have you been kind of balancing, your need to, or your desire to really get better, really take your game to the next level with it, at the same time, just realizing that it's a process, coming over, to a new system, a new team, a new organization, having to learn it, and then on top of it, having to learn a new playbook, and now having to learn a new playbook all over again?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I definitely understand it's a process. I got traded mid-season, had to learn a whole new team, a whole new system halfway through the season last year, and now I'm learning a whole new team and a whole new – like every year is a new team, and now it's a new system again. So, I understand it's a process, and not just with the system in general. It's a process, and, I don't really let too much outside noise get to me, and I kind of just try to work hard and just keep the blinders on and keep working and doing what I can do.
And then one other question for you. Right now, it's projected that the defensive line, the starting defensive line, is going to remain unchanged. It's going to be yourself, Dexter, and Dalvin. How important is that continuity, and what have you seen, in this new system that has kind of, benefited the group as a whole?
I mean, I don't know what's set, as in who's starting and stuff like that. All I know is we've been competing and we've been pushing each other. And, I think in general that's going to fuel a team to be great and to be better. And, when you have young guys that are dedicated to working hard and getting better, it's a great way to drive each other. And, I definitely respect those guys in that room. And I think we all have great respect for each other and we learn from each other.
Thank you.
Charles?
Hey, Leonard. I had a 2-part question for you. First, how are you expecting to be deployed in this defense? Like, are you expecting to play all over like you did last year? And the second question I have is, how exactly did you hurt your hamstring coming into camp?
Well, for the second part, like I said, you might have to bring that up to Coach Judge or something like that, or someone else in the building, just because we're not talking about injuries, And I've just been working on it and getting better, and I'll be out there with my teammates when I can, And for the defensive part of it, it's only week 1. We're still installing a bunch of defense. So far, I've been seeing myself in a few different positions, but at the same time, I'm not fully 100% with the injury and stuff like that. So I'm sure stuff will change once I'm back to 100% and once the defense gets fully installed. So there's still week 1 stuff going on, and it's still like an intuition, like an introduction to the defense, to the team.
Normally, if the schedule had held that we were supposed to be on, you guys would be a couple of days away from your preseason opener. Do you think that the team and the players will miss anything not having preseason games? Do you need those, a couple of thumps there against another team to sort of get ready, or do you think everybody can just kind of roll into the regular season and it'll be football as normal?
I'm not sure. I think it'll definitely be a little bit of a change and a challenge. I think that some of the preseason games definitely help for younger guys who have never played in the NFL, or younger guys who are working to make the team. And it gives the coaches the opportunity to see them in like a live game action type of environment. But at the same time, I think the team is doing a great job at creating a competitive environment to see everybody's best. And you know, we're making do with what we got. You know, the coronavirus is affecting everybody in the world, and you know, we're not excluded from that. So we're doing the best that we could.